And so, with that said, we left Blythe, Phoenix, Arizona. Drove for many hours across the desert in this pilgrimage of mercy, a time for mercy, to press our sinful selves to God's merciful heart. Jesus, I trust in you. The words of Sister Faustina. Somebody reminded me. Jesus walked this lonesome valley. He had to walk it by himself. Looked outside the bus, saw the small little towns, the hustle and bustle of human life amidst the looming desert scape. And it all disappeared, slowly but surely. And it concocted in my mind that verse in the Bible. Everything is passing away, the world and everything in it. As we continued on, I saw an oasis, a river, water in the desert. And then I thought of our Lord Jesus Christ going out to the desert to be baptized. Beloved, going out to the desert to be baptized. Behold the verses of St. John the Baptist. What did you guys go out to the desert to see? Did you go out to see a man dressed in fine linen and pearls and jewelry and cars and wealth and mansions? No, you didn't. People like that live in palaces and mansions. You went out there to see John the Baptist, who was baptizing people. He lived in the desert, fed on wild honey and locusts, grasshoppers. But something here is greater than John, that is Jesus. Then I think of Sodom and Gomorrah that was turned into a desert. The American landscape is beautiful. Look at that desert. Look at those rocky, beautifully windscaped features against the backdrop of the sky. The strawberry. I sat outside the bus. Alas, it was 3 o'clock. Time to pray, or what is called the 9th hour, 3 o'clock. Because the Jewish people started counting at 6 o'clock. So at 6 in the morning, that's when they started. 9 o'clock in the morning, that's the 3rd hour. Midday, that's the 6th hour. 3 p.m., that's the 9th hour. When Peter went to the temple, to the tabernacle, to pray. Sister Faustina says that we should pray the Chaplet of Divine Mercy at 3 p.m. So at 3 p.m., deep inside of my heart, I say to myself, you expired, Jesus, but the source of life gushed forth for souls. Jesus expired. The bus turned, and the people on the bus talked about their daily concerns. Food, clothes, movies, books, politics, and all the other stuff I don't want to talk about. Assaulting my ears with their filth and their cuss words. Then I thought of the words of Jesus that said, every word shall be accounted for. And I thought about my soul burning in the desert of hell for eternity. And I thought of the rich man now finally resting in the desert for eternity, screaming, Father Abraham, Father Abraham, I perish in his flames. But as truly as we left the desert, we started to arrive into Phoenix, Arizona. And it reminded me of the journey across the desert. As a pilgrim, cities sometimes offer respite and rest. After trudging across the desert, you're now around people. But when you get around people, you quickly realize the amount of sin lurking in the people. Not that I am not a sinner, but were there not two sinners on the cross when Jesus was crucified? One said, Lord, forgive me, for I'm a worthless sinner. Remember me when you come into your kingdom. And the other said, I was born this way. I will not change. Phoenix, Arizona. I will let the video talk. Big, thick veins of arteries cutting across the desert scape that is the interstates. Wide and spacious desert scape covered by buildings and the searing heat, psst, like a burger on a grill. I began to look outside how things change, how the skies change, how the desert scape change. Things are changing, my brother. And there was downtown Phoenix, Arizona. The hustle and bustle of this metropolis right here in the southwest United States, Arizona. I am indeed fascinated by the urbanscape. So hence in my videos, you notice a lot of urban features. I enjoy the contrast of land. It always goes back to Genesis, when God said to man, conquer the world and dominate it. And from the sweat of your brow you shall eat. And alas, from the sweat of our brow do we eat. So we arrived in Phoenix. And that was the second part of my pilgrimage. We had left Los Angeles. After a long trudge across the desert, we were now in Phoenix, Arizona. And as usual, people were coming from work. All of them preoccupied with going home. And I wondered once again, how many of these people are preoccupied with Jesus?